Illinois. 457-pound one-man gang. That's our main event. Don't go away. There are a lot of other exciting matches here on Texas All-Star Wrestling today, plus some interviews about the big Battle of the Alamo 85 that comes to the Alamo City on September the 29th. That's on a Sunday. A lot of excitement. Don't go away. Big Bubba.
Small towns like this, where our sports first take hold. Pro wrestling knows that. And wrestling impresarios like Fritz von Erich embrace their small-town fans with a loyalty that's as firm as a hammerlock.
Well, I was raised in a small town, for one thing, and I love small towns. And I can recall back in little old Jewett, Texas, where I was raised, any side show or medicine show that came through town, it was big time to us, because we didn't have anything down there. A lot of the towns today are similar in size. They have nothing either except that television every night. And when world-class wrestling comes and the stars and young athletes they've seen on that television there through a long period of time come into town to their high school gym or whatever, they generally pack the gym. They turn out to sit. And we love them, and they love us.
Into the ring right now. The action is getting underway, so let's pick it up.
Gigantes en el ring, como Baba y One-Man Gang.
Presenting one fall with a 10-minute time limit. From Halstead Street, Chicago, Illinois, weighing 467 pounds, the One-Man Gang. Weighing 431 pounds, Big Bubba.
Gang and Big Bubba. It's a one-man gang with a chain. He has hit Big Bubba right on top of the head with a chain, and now he goes back with it. The bell is sounding here on Texas All-Star Wrestling. This is our main event. It's the one-man gang against Big Bubba. You saw the chain being used. Oh, there goes the referee down. As the one-man gang now has hold of Big Bubba, and he's choking him with a chain. Forearm across the chest. The chain is thrown onto the apron. The referee is asking for the bell. Big Bubba, you can see what the chain did to him. As the one-man gang still pounding, but Bubba comes back with a forearm. Bubba with another forearm. Bubba backs the one-man gang into the corner. The one-man gang with a kick. Big Bubba staggered back, but he comes right back to the one-man gang. The bell is sounding. The one-man gang is going to be disqualified for hitting the referee. But the one-man gang doesn't care, and neither does Bubba, because they want to settle this score right here. The one-man gang knocked into the corner. The one-man gang has the chain. Here comes Manuel Villalobos, Chief Joe Lightfoot. They are throwing down. Well, you got two bulls battling it out. Both of them well over 400 pounds. The referee, Fred Sinclair, tries to get in the middle. And there goes Lightfoot again. Here goes the referee. Nope. Here comes Carl Clark and somebody else. I can't say that's the Samoan. Here comes Rick McCord, Private Terry Daniels. They're all trying to pull him apart. Oh, boy. One-man gang and Big Bubba. Here comes J.R. Hall. Here comes the Georgia strongman, Dale Veazey. Look at this. They're trying to get Big Bubba and the one-man gang apart. They got him for just a moment. Let's see if they can keep them apart. Daniels is thrown off. The one-man gang knocks it out, and about four of them. And here come the Hoods. Here come the Hoods. Here comes the American Force. It's the one-man gang and Bubba now fighting it outside the ring. One-man gang with a chair right to the shoulder. Oh, Bubba has a chair. Bubba has a chair. He hits the one-man gang with it. The American forces out there, they get knocked back. Big Bubba and the one-man gang have not given up yet. They somehow hooked back up together. Bubba trying to get it at them. The force pushed out of the way. Look at the wrestlers being cleared. Oh, the one-man gang just threw a bunch more of them out there as they are hooked up like two elves fighting it out. They just lock up like locking horns. They're Wade. Big Bubba, a one-man gang. They're fighting out in the aisle. Oh, I don't think anybody could ever separate these two, but they got them apart.
I just came back from South Africa, where I won the World Heavyweight Championship over there, and I found out that the 29th of September, there's a $100,000 battle royal. 25 giants in the ring. Big Ernie Ladd will be there. One-man gang. Bruiser Brody. I put up $4,000 into that $100,000 over the top rope ring battle royal. And I can tell you one thing, Bubba. They say you're number one in Texas, but Ox Baker is number one. And that night, September 29th, when I step in that ring, I'm going to knock down 24 people. I'm going to win that $100,000. And Bubba, if you haven't run out of that arena by then, I'll take that $100,000 and I'll run you out of San Antonio, because I love to hurt.
Center on Saturday night, September the 20th. Any fighting, we don't want any screaming and hollering. Al Madrill, it's good to have you here today.
I'll tell you what, Steve, you know, you asked me some serious and intelligent questions, and I'll talk to you like a man. Is that understood between both of you? You asked me good questions. I know you don't understand, but you asked me good questions, and I'll be glad to answer.
Okay, let's start. Al Madrill, we know you were a former world's junior heavyweight champion. You held that title for quite a while. I believe you won that title in Houston, Texas, right?
That's right. I was junior heavyweight champion, and I held it for a long period of time, Steve. And I want these fans to know that I never lost this belt. I never lost it by getting beat. I got sick, and I also got in a car accident, and with those two things combined, I had to give the belt up. But I was never defeated for that belt.
Also, I know many, many times you've met world's heavyweight champions. Some of them you've wrestled in 60-minute draws. I'm thinking of one match that you had with Jack Briscoe when he was a world's heavyweight champion.
Well, that's true. You know, I've wrestled every world champion that there have been so far, and I can go far as back as Jack Briscoe, Harley Race. You go on and on and on. Ric Flair. I've wrestled all of them. I wrestled both Funk brothers at one time, too. I've either went to a draw with them or we got counted out or something, but I was never defeated by a world heavyweight champion either.
I know you wrestled out on the West Coast for a long time, and many, many exciting matches in the Los Angeles area where you make your home.
That's right. You know, I love California. You know, I've traveled all over the world, Steve. I've been everywhere. I've defeated all my opponents, and I just like being here in Texas for some reason. I don't like the way I'm getting responded by the people, but I like it here.
Well, why are you in Texas?
Why am I in Texas? Well, I'll tell you what, I've wrestled off and on in Texas for many, many years, right? And it seems to me that the toughest competition in the world has always come here. And I've wrestled for a lot of people in this state of Texas, and I have to say one thing. In all my experiences, Texas All-Star Wrestling to me is the best.
Well, let me ask you one thing while we're on this subject, Al Madrill. Why did you switch sides?
Listen, Steve, you told me to come out here and talk to you right, and I said, don't ask me anything personal, and you're starting in.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Are you going to enter the Battle of the Alamo 85? Do you have your $4,000?
I've already told you people time and time again, this money is nothing to me. $4,000, you know what that is to me, Steve? It is nothing. But I want to say one more thing, though, about this Battle Royal, Steve. It's going to be the biggest and the greatest in the world today. And yes, I do have my money, but I want to make one more statement, is that, you know, I take care of the hoods myself, don't I? You know that, right? I'm their manager, sort of, you know.
Their advisor.
Their advisor, you're exactly right. I'm going to pay for them, too, besides myself, and I want to show you right here. And if you fans can see this, how much money does that say there, Steve?
$12,000.
And I want the camera to pick that up if they want to. There's $12,000 right there, baby. And I'm giving that check right to you. I'm paying for the hoods, and I'm paying for myself.
Okay.
But I don't even really, look at this, like I tell you, that check meant nothing to me. I don't even want to talk about it. There is other matches, Steve Stack, besides that.
Oh, one great match I can talk of was Bubba and the Gang.
That's right.
How about Chavo Guerrero against Ted
Let's talk about the one-man gang. The one-man gang, to me, is probably the biggest, toughest, baddest wrestler I've ever seen in my life today, and he's going against big, fat Hubba Bubba. There's no question in my mind the gang is going to win.
North American heavyweight champion Ted DiBiase DiBiase against Chavo Guerrero. DiBiase the champion.
That's right. I talked to Teddy DiBiase, and he told me if there was anything left of Chavo Guerrero, and I said, yeah, there's a little piece of him left. He said, okay, I'm coming in with my title, and you know, Mr. DiBiase has a little surprise for Chavo Guerrero.
Yep, Kamala against the big cat, Ernie Ladd.
Well, you know, when you talk about the one-man gang, how big he is, then you've got to talk about Kamala, too, because Kamala is just as big.
Listen to this one. The Fantastics against the Hoods.
The Fantastics don't mean nothing to me. My Hoods are going to take care of them. The Hoods, to me, are the greatest team in the world today, and there's nobody that can beat them.
Hector Guerrero against the Georgia Strongman for the USA Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Why does Hector Guerrero have to come here? I done got rid of all the Guerreros. Now you're bringing in another one. Hector Guerrero. Well, Dale Vesey is the greatest junior heavyweight champion we've ever had.
El Madrill against the Cowboy, Scott Casey.
Scott Casey, that drugstore cowboy, he's going against one and only, baby. And you know dang well, Steve, there ain't going to be too much left of him when I get through with him.
Okay, one more thing, El Madrill. I'm still not satisfied. Why did you switch sides?
I told you to quit asking me personal questions, Steve Steck, and I'm not going to tell you again, or you either. This is getting ridiculous. I do the same thing and I wrestle any way I want. I don't care what these people like. I don't care what all these idiots like over here. I do what I want to do. When I wrestle before, they said, Al, pull the hair, pull the trunks. You people were telling me, and so I did it. So now how can you tell me I switched? Don't get on my case, Steck. And neither you Mexican. You understand what I'm talking about? Get on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Madrill takes Kiniski. Throws him out of the ring. Here comes Madrill out after him. Madrill has him. Throws a shoulder into the steel corner post. Here on Texas All-Star Wrestling, the excitement continues as Madrill takes the head of Kiniski, slammed it into the television camera stand. Now they're both back into the ring. A punch by Madrill. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, El Madrill does have a doctor's permission to wear the cast on the left hand, but he is not allowed, or not supposed to anyway, to use that hand, that cast in any way during the match. He takes Kiniski, grabs by the hair, slams his head into the turnbuckle. Battle of the Alamo 85, September the 29th, Freeman Coliseum, San Antonio. $100,000. Winner takes all. Tickets on sale now. Area code 512-736-6501. Don't miss the Battle of the Alamo 85. There was that cast. There was the cast. The referee is going to ring the bell. He did use that cast. He's continued to use it on Kiniski now. That's going to be a disqualification. Well, Madrill was warned before he went into the ring. And he continues to use the cast on Nick Kiniski. Well, Madrill takes Kiniski. He's not through with him yet. The bell has already sounded. He's going to be disqualified. He throws Kiniski out of the ring again. As El Madrill disqualified for using the cast illegally, Nick Kiniski.